Have you ever walked into your home and thought, could this place be a bit safer for me? As we get older, our needs change, and sometimes our home, which has always been our sanctuary, might start to feel like it's no longer as safe or as practical as it once was. But the good news is, with a few simple changes, you can make your home a safer space without breaking the bank. In today's video, we'll talk about 5 common items around your house that might need to be replaced to ensure that you're living in the safest possible environment as you age. These changes may seem small, but they can make a world of difference when it comes to preventing falls, injuries, and accidents. Now, let's start with something that many of us may not think about right away: the lighting in our homes. As we age, our vision changes. It's natural. Our eyes may not adapt as quickly to dim lighting, and we may not see obstacles in our way. This can be a real concern when it comes to safely moving around your home. If you're using those traditional incandescent bulbs, it might be time to make the switch to something brighter and more energy efficient. LED bulbs are an excellent option because they provide more light while using less energy. But it's not just about the bulbs themselves. Think about where the light is placed. Are there enough lights along the hallway, in stairways, or in places where you might need extra visibility, like near the kitchen sink or in the bathroom? Adding extra light fixtures, especially ones with motion sensors, can make your environment feel much safer. Imagine walking down a hallway at night, and as soon as you step into the path, the lights automatically come on. It's a small change that can greatly reduce the risk of tripping or missing a step. Let's not forget about outdoor lighting, either. The pathway to your front door, steps leading up to your porch, or a back garden area all need good visibility. When it's dark, these areas can become a real hazard. Solar-powered outdoor lights are an easy fix for this, and they don't require you to do any major rewiring. While lighting is important, let's talk about something else that's a big risk in many homes: the flooring. Floors that were once perfectly fine may have become a tripping hazard as time passes. If you have old rugs or carpets, you might not realize just how much they're contributing to your risk of falling. Rugs with frayed edges or thick carpet piles can be dangerous if you're not paying attention. A sudden trip over a rug can cause more than just a minor stumble. It can result in a serious injury. Consider replacing old carpeting with non-slip vinyl or hardwood flooring. If you're not ready to completely overhaul your floors, one simple option is to invest in non-slip mats. You can place them where you step most frequently, by the front door, near your kitchen sink, or beside your bed. These mats will help keep your feet steady and prevent any slips. Also, don't forget about the stairs. If you still have carpet on your stairs, it may be time to replace it with something sturdier or install non-slip strips on each step. Accidents on stairs are one of the most common causes of injury for older adults, and making sure your stairs are as safe as possible is an easy step you can take today. Consider also adding a handrail if one is not already in place. Having something to hold on to can make a world of difference. Now, let's move on to another area of the home that is often overlooked: the furniture. You may have a favorite chair or sofa that served you well over the years, but as we get older, our bodies can change. A soft, deep chair might feel comfortable, but it can be a real challenge to get out of it. The cushions might be too low, or the arms might not be high enough for you to push yourself up from. Replacing old furniture with more supportive pieces can be a game changer for your mobility. Look for chairs and sofas that are designed with comfort and ease in mind. Higher seats with good lumbar support will help you sit down and get up without straining yourself. There are also specially designed lift chairs that can help you rise from a seated position at the push of a button. These kinds of investments can greatly improve your quality of life and reduce the physical strain of getting up from low furniture. In the next part, we'll dive deeper into more items that may need replacing for a safer home environment. But for now, take a moment to assess your lighting, floors, and furniture. Are there small changes you can make today to help ensure your home is a safer place to live in? Now that we've talked about lighting, flooring, and furniture, let's turn our attention to something that many people don't think about: kitchen appliances. Our kitchens are often the heart of our homes, but they can also be places where accidents happen, especially as we age. The simple act of cooking, reaching for something from a high shelf, or even using an old appliance can become risky if we're not careful. One appliance that's especially worth considering is your microwave. While microwaves are great for quickly reheating food, they can also be a source of injury. Older models, for instance, may have worn-out buttons or poorly functioning doors. If your microwave is on the older side, think about replacing it with one that's more user-friendly. Newer models often come with touch screens or large, easy-to-read buttons, which can be much more comfortable to use. They also have features like automatic shutoff, which can prevent overheating and potential accidents. Another aspect of the kitchen that can be a potential hazard is counter space. Over time, you may have accumulated a lot of items on your counters. Clutter is not just a nuisance, it can also be dangerous. When there are too many items crowding your countertops, it can become difficult to find space to work or even to move freely. Consider simplifying and organizing your kitchen, keeping only the essentials within easy reach. You might want to install pull-out drawers or shelves to make it easier to access pots, pans, or dishes without straining your back or having to climb on stools or ladders. Speaking of ladders, step stools and ladder-like structures in the kitchen can be another danger zone. We all know the temptation to grab that can of soup from the top shelf or to reach for that special ingredient on the highest cabinet. But climbing up on an unstable stool or ladder can lead to serious falls. If you have to use a step stool, make sure it's sturdy, has a wide base, and features non-slip feet. There are also stools with handrails available that give you extra support while reaching. These simple changes in the kitchen can significantly reduce the risk of falls, making meal preparation less stressful and more enjoyable. Now, let's talk about the bathroom, which is one of the most accident-prone rooms in the house. The combination of slippery floors, wet surfaces, and sometimes low lighting can lead to a lot of falls and injuries. One of the best things you can do to make your bathroom safer is to replace your bath mat. If your bath mat is old or slipping around, it can be a real hazard, especially when you're stepping out of the shower or bathtub. Instead of a traditional bath mat, look for one that has a non-slip backing. Some mats even come with a rubberized texture on the bottom, making them extra sturdy. A small, inexpensive change like this can make a huge difference in preventing slips. Another simple yet incredibly effective update you can make is to replace your shower head with a handheld shower head. This is a change that many people don't realize they need, but it's one of the best ways to prevent falls in the shower. A handheld shower head allows you to sit down on a shower bench or stool while you wash, which greatly reduces the risk of slipping. It also gives you more control over where the water goes, which is particularly useful if you have mobility issues or just need extra help reaching certain areas. If your shower or bathtub doesn't have grab bars, it's time to get them installed. You can easily find grab bars that suction onto the walls of your shower or tub, or you can go for the more permanent, wall-mounted kind. Having something to hold on to while stepping in or out of the shower can be a real lifesaver. Just make sure the grab bars are placed at the right height and are installed securely. But we can't forget about toilet safety, either. As simple as it seems, getting on and off the toilet can become more challenging as we age. If your toilet seat is low to the ground, it can strain your knees and hips every time you use it. You can replace your standard toilet seat with one that's raised a few inches higher to make sitting and standing up much easier. There are also toilet safety rails that can be installed beside your toilet, providing extra support when getting up. As we wrap up this part of the video, it's clear that small changes in the kitchen and bathroom can dramatically increase your safety and comfort at home. Whether it's replacing your microwave with a more accessible model, adding non-slip mats, or installing grab bars, these changes all have one thing in common. They help you move around your home with greater confidence and less risk of injury. Take a moment to look around your kitchen and bathroom. Are there any appliances, stools, or fixtures that could use an update to make things safer? Remember, it's all about creating an environment where you can feel comfortable and secure in your own home. Now that we've covered the basics of lighting, flooring, furniture, and the kitchen and bathroom essentials, let's shift our focus to a few more items around the home that can greatly impact your safety and well-being. These are things you may not notice at first, but they can make all the difference as you move through your daily routine. First, let's talk about your door handles and locks. Have you ever struggled to open a door with a knob that's too small or too stiff? This might seem like a small issue, but for someone with arthritis or weakened hand strength, it can be incredibly frustrating and even unsafe. If you're finding that your door handles are difficult to turn or your locks are hard to manage, it might be time to replace them with something easier to use. Lever handles are a great option because they require much less hand strength to operate than traditional round knobs. But it's not just about convenience, it's also about security. When you're replacing locks, think about installing smart locks that can be easily controlled with a key code or your smartphone. These modern locks provide an added layer of convenience and safety, especially if you have trouble handling traditional keys. You'll have peace of mind knowing that your doors are both easier to open and more secure. Another area that often goes unnoticed is the temperature control in your home. As we age, our bodies become less able to regulate temperature, and it becomes easier to feel either too hot or too cold. It's essential to create a home environment that maintains a comfortable temperature all year round. Consider replacing old, inefficient heaters or air conditioners with newer models that offer better energy efficiency and more precise control. Smart thermostats are a fantastic upgrade for this. They allow you to set a comfortable temperature from your phone, and some even learn your preferences over time, ensuring you're always comfortable without any extra effort. As we're on the topic of temperature, let's also talk about heating pads or electric blankets. While these can be wonderful for providing warmth, it's important to make sure they're in good condition. Old or frayed heating pads can be a fire hazard, so it's best to replace them if they're showing signs of wear. Newer models often come with automatic shut-off features, which are not only safer, but also more energy efficient. If you're someone who enjoys a warm blanket at night, it's worth investing in one that has built-in safety features and is easy to control. Finally, let's talk about the clutter around your home. We've touched on the kitchen already, but it's worth mentioning again how much clutter can impact your safety. Over time, as we accumulate more things, it's easy for our homes to become crowded. Boxes, stacks of old papers, or furniture in walkways can all create trip hazards. It's essential to regularly declutter and make sure there's plenty of space for you to move freely around your home. Start by going through each room and identifying things that can be donated, discarded, or simply rearranged to make your space more open and accessible. One great strategy is to create a habit of tidying up every day. It doesn't have to be a big task. Just a few minutes a day spent putting things back in their proper place can make your home feel more organized and safe. This simple routine will give you more confidence as you navigate your space, and it'll help you stay on top of any potential safety hazards before they become a bigger problem. So, as we look at the bigger picture, we see that these simple updates, whether it's replacing old doorknobs, investing in energy-efficient temperature control, or decluttering your living spaces, can have a profound impact on your overall well-being and safety. They allow you to live independently, move freely, and feel more confident in your own home. Remember, the goal here isn't to overwhelm you with a long to-do list, but rather to make small, thoughtful changes that lead to big improvements in your safety and comfort. It's about empowering yourself to take control of your environment and making the most of the space you already have. As you make these adjustments, keep in mind that every step you take toward a safer home is also a step toward living more independently and comfortably. You deserve a home that supports you, and these changes are a great way to ensure you're set up for success as you age. I'd love to hear from you. How do you feel about these suggestions? Have you made any changes to your home that have improved your safety and comfort? Leave your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tips and advice on living your best life as you age. Remember, small changes can make a world of difference in creating a home that truly supports you, your health, and your happiness. Here's to living your best life at any age, making sure your home is a safe, comfortable haven that empowers you to thrive.